Morning, everybody. I've taken one trade today. Well, I tried taking two trades. My entry got jumped in the first attempt, and then my second attempt I got in, but I got knocked out at even. I think I even lost a tick. I'm down like $16. Yeah, $16. I'm down $16. It was in gold. Gold just wouldn't give me the setups that I needed this morning with the box. And then some of the pricing gaps are freaking ridiculous in gold right now. Anyways, so right now the YM and the RTY are not in agreement. The ES and the NQ are, so it looks like maybe we might be able to see something with those guys soon. And I might pause on gold for a while. Jesus, man. I just keep getting just I don't know, it's crazy right now what gold's doing. It's just not like the price gaps. Like there's one right now, it's 80 cents price gap. I just looked, literally the bid and the ask is 80 cents apart. 80 cents apart. And see, that's a pattern I should be in, but I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna hold off. The screenshot of this live stream is the NQ trade I took yesterday afternoon to make my money for the day. I took that trade. I was down like $300, and then I took that NQ trade, got my money back, and I ended up like $300, and I called it a day. And I actually did my real job. But I didn't want to be down $300. So I did it in the NQ, Jim. I don't know if you can hear me today. Yeah. But I did it in the NQ. The NQ has, I've said this before, the NQ has been my savior lately in terms of counterbalancing some of the head punches I've been getting in gold. Excuse me. All right, so let me get this P&L out of the way here so I can see. So the ES is kind of out here in suspense mode. All right, so it needs to get down here for some support, would be what I would be thinking before we would potentially even look at the NQ reversing off its lines. And unfortunately, the NQ is sitting in three different lines. God, what a spaghetti mess this is. You know, what a mess. So and we have don't we have news at 10, Bruce? Bruce, you're always the one that tells me this. Yeah, there's probably more people trading the micro right now, Bruce. because gold is so well. First of all, gold has gotten more expensive to trade. That's one thing, and because they've doubled the liquidity requirement, and two, the swings are just brutal. All right, so shit, ES is at its potential rotation point. Let me get a look at this. If I get an inside candle or something here that'll entice me to go long, I will. I'm going to throw the NQ over here to look at the same time. I didn't want you to go up yet. Give me some freaking room, ES. Jesus. Come on, come down a little more. Come down a little more. Come down. Come down. Come down and consolidate. Give me an inside candle. Come on. So, shit. I'm probably being too conservative, but I just don't give a shit. Yeah, they're both gone. They're both gone. I'm a little too close. I'm gonna wait till the news is over before I do anything. Existing home sales, yeah. I don't expect existing home sales to have impact, but it'll cause a couple stupid candles for no reason other than to do it. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to drag this NQ back over here for now. My extra NQ chart. Blow this thing back up over here so I can see everybody at the same time. Probably, I would venture to say 15, 20 minutes after the housing report, the YM and the RTY will start going in the same direction. They'll if you remember yesterday, after 10 o'clock or so, the RTY decided to go and join the YM and go long. So maybe that'll happen again this after we get past 10 o'clock. Because right now, they're just conflicting each other, which has me nervous to take a short in the RTY. It has me nervous to take a long in the YM. The YM looks like slop. I sold another cape yesterday. I did. By golly. I sold another cape yesterday. I'm going to look at the guy's property tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a big cape. Bigger than the one that I showed you the picture of yesterday. That was my exciting day. That was my exciting day yesterday. All right. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Must remember that. They will show their hand. Yeah, they are. I love those capes, man. They're my favorite to build. I'm going to look at the one I put in Asheville Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm going to go look at it tomorrow afternoon also. And then I'm going to look at this other guy's property because it's not far from there. But they're my favorite to build. They've always been my favorite to build because they look so nice. They look like, real houses and all that kind of stuff. They don't look like a modular. That was many, many years ago, David. Many, many years ago. I used to work for Champion Homes, and one of my main responsibility was regionally throughout the United States was to find people to do literally what I do right now, which is developers, not street dealers, to buy modular homes directly from these factories and kind of eliminate the labor need that contractors go through out in the field to build houses. And so I've been involved in projects in Utah, Colorado, California, Long Beach, California, Jim. I've been involved in putting houses in Long Beach, California. Out of Silvercrest Homes in Ontario, California. Did you get something in GC? Oh yeah! Wow. Eesh. I was in this right here, this first swing here, and then I got knocked out, and then it rotated again. Of course it did. Of course it rotated again. Just a second. Freaking cat's asking to go out. Go. You go. Actually go out. Freaking cat. In and out, in and out. When the weather gets good, she wants to go in and out, in and out. Good job, Edwin. The ES is rolled all the way down to here. Okay, hold on here. It's battling off these lines. There's that 10 o'clock news. There's the 10 o'clock news. See how that candle got kind of crazy? This one got crazy. I mean, it's not impactful news, but it's going to make these candles move a little bit. Excuse me. Man, look at the YM. That's a dumpster fire right there. The YM is a dumpster fire. Literally. Oh, are they going to take off now? Like all of a sudden everybody started getting green. Now that the news is over? Maybe. Okay, so let me give you a perspective of something I'm looking at. All right. If we can break this pivot here in the R2Y, come back and sit on top of these lines and go long, that'll be the trade I'll be looking for, because the YM just wants to go long. So it just needs the RTY to start agreeing with it, and that will be a sign right there for it to do that. So I would like it to break this pivot, come back down, sit on top of these lines, then go long. Come on, do something. Come on, do something. I don't know. Well, actually, technically, this 1001 candle. Oh, wait. Helps if I have the right instrument in front of us. This 1001 candle actually was a tick above this candle. So it wasn't inside. This is just a reaction that now the news is over. This big green candle's because the news was over. That's my opinion. And why did this thing roll back over? Well, because it hit the bottom of this line, I guess. It's going to have to work it. It's going to have to earn its way long by creating higher pivots. So if it starts rotating up from here or even here, will be a higher pivot than here. It'd be like a big W pattern. I mean, there might be a W pattern setting up here. See, we had this leg right here down to here. Here's our low. We had this high, and we could come back down. I would like it to come down a little bit lower down to these lines and then rotate up. That's what I would like to see. I'd like it to see it go down just a little more. Come on. I'd like it to actually touch support, which is like this line. It may just roll up without doing that. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. It did it too early for me. But so what's going on here is it needs, because this is a major line here, it just pushed it back inside the candle. So it needs to come from a higher point than here to finally get through this line. That's what it needs. If I was in this trade, I'd have to get out here because it's just not going to go through. Now this should go through. Yeah, the YM's fighting the red line, but it's doing it from a higher pivot. So, I mean, see, it's doing it from a higher pivot. Broke this pivot from the last time it got there. So, I mean, it's a battle that it's probably going to win. I mean, this is a battle it's probably going to win to the long side. It just needs the damn RTY to get off its ass and start going along with it. That's where it's having problems, because this RTY is stuck below the overnight open. Now it's RTY is coming for attempt number 3. Here's 1, here's 2. The RTY is coming for attempt number 3. So, you know, the old adage is 1, 2, 3. Am I missing GC? Tell me about it, Jim. Man, the ES just gave that ghost up. Wow. Well, it looks like maybe, you know, again, don't know yet, but it may be the YM is the outlier that needs to rotate down, and that may be the one, maybe the last pig in the stall to finally start moving in the direction of everybody else. I mean, the YM is battling. I mean, they are taking the Dow and they are doing everything in their power to keep it north of that red line. They're just not getting any cooperation from the rest of the market. None. I mean, look at this. I mean, if you don't think that line means something, you're not paying attention. I mean, look at the battle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's just fighting to stay above that line. I mean, it is just tooth and nail, spitting, fighting, kicking, scratching. The optimists in the Dow are begging the rest of the market to come on, let's go. And if you were a YM trader and you kept getting your head snapped on those pushes up, here's the deal. If you would be looking at the RTY, you would know why your head's getting snapped. You understand? You know what I mean? If you look at the RTY, you'll know why you keep getting your head punched in. Because the RTY is not agreeing with it. Good job, Edwin. I'm still waiting for somebody to agree with somebody. This really sucks because the ES is at the overnight open. The RTY is at the overnight open. Come on, Dow. Pull everybody along. Let's go. It's about freaking time. Come on, go. Let's go. Come on, Dow. It's trying, man. Everybody, if you want, I mean, it is battling. I'm cheering it on, folks. Because if everybody would just start going the same way, I could start printing some money. Come on. Every time it starts lunging, the rest of the equity start lunging with it. You just need them to all get, let's get optimistic here. We all know the Federal Reserve is going to print free money and just throw it out the fucking window. That means the market needs to go up. Shit. They're not going to allow the market to go down. All they got to do is push a button. Hey, look, market's been fixed. Holy shit, the world is great. Until it's not. All right. Come on. All right. All right, we're about to try third attempt. We are about to try the third attempt right here. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Come on. Here we go. If we can break these pivots, roll back down, and then take a long, I'm telling you, this is, I'm just all day long waiting for this. Yeah, the YM is throwing the lifeline to pull everybody else out of the abyss. Come on. We need these pivots right here to be at least minimum this pivot to be broken. I prefer both of them. Then come sit back on here and then boom long. Jesus. And for the shorts, I mean, yeah, there was some short trades that worked here in the RTY. This is the only really smooth one. The rest were pretty ugly. But the reason they didn't just continue following through for big money is because the YM's over there doing this. Let me check this out. It didn't break that pivot there. Didn't break that pivot there. Did break this one. Come on, come back. At least come to my gold line. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on back a little more. Come back a little more. Shit, man. These swings are so freaking small. Come back. Yeah, come back more. Come back more. More. Little more. Okay. All right. All right. Oh. Mm. Freaking overnight open. God damn. Freaking overnight open is killing me. Oh, God damn. Well, I don't know for a fact why that didn't rotate, but I will say this. It did not break that pivot. It only broke this first one. I wanted it to break both. I also want it to create space and then come back. It didn't do either. Yeah, that's the overnight open is notorious for that, Danny. It's notorious for being the chop line. And I'm just trying to be optimistic that the YM's going to drag us away from that chop line, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Gold is right at the mid band. I guess I don't know. I guess I focused on the equities too much this morning. And I just didn't. The only problem, Jim, is that's the mid band of the 15-minute box, which is exactly why this went down from here. Oh my God. Well, the YM looks like it finally gave up the battle. Looks like it finally gave up the battle. I mean, it fought from 9:30 to almost 10:30. It fought for almost an hour. So now the shorts are in. Now the shorts are all in play for the equities, as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Jesus, what a freaking battle! What a freaking battle! Jesus. Man, that was ugly. That was ugly. Oh my God. Did Bernanke push a button? Did Bernanke push a button? All of a sudden, all four equities green. I don't know. That's why that's why I feel good that I haven't taken an equity trade today, because it's a shit show right now. Well, the RTY just gave up a nice 1 minute gold line. I didn't take it, but it's trying to go to the bottom of the pivot. I'm staring at gold, so I'm having a hard time. So I had this inside candle, then, boom, here we are. I mean, this is 72. I mean, my target would be down in here. The equities are ugly today. The equities are just truly ugly today. Just truly ugly. I've said it multiple times, Patriot. I think the prior day low and the prior day high are psychological lines that are great lines to make money on. I mean, you go back and look, say in the equities or even gold, when they're in their movement of highs, when they've been in their movement of going high like every day, when they cross over that prior day high and then they sit on top of it, it's just like zing. I mean, it's like Zen. It's a Zen moment. Here, I'm going to give you guys a quick example. Anybody want a quick example? Does anybody want a quick example? Does anybody want a quick example of what I'm talking about? I'm going to give you a quick example since me trading right now is going to cost me money. European market, German market, okay? Here's the German market. Right there. That is the prior day high. That's the prior day high right there. Boom, boom, boom. Bam! By the way, just for shits and giggles, for all of you in Europe, it did it twice. It did it right here, boom, through the highs. Came back, boom, through the highs. There you go. You don't have to trade this strategy during the New York exchange. You can trade this strategy during the Euro market. Right there. That's the prior day high right there. It's a psychological thing. When they get there, they wanna go test it, and then they wanna create the new highs. They did it twice this morning in the DAX. Exactly, Kevin. That's why I sit, that's why I sit and I'm very patient for what I'm looking for, because there are just certain things that, your eye sits there and goes, holy shit, and I say them out loud when I'm paying attention to, just in case they happen, you guys know, like what I said about the RTY. If we broke both pivots to the left, rotated over, sat down on top of the overnight open, that's the trade. That's the trade, because that's the sign the market's going to go long, and you can catch that thing and take it for, oh yeah, DAX is a beast. You can take that damn thing and go for probably $2,000 if the damn setup had happened, but it didn't. So I didn't get caught up in it. Yeah. Well, that's, again, it's a psychological line, because you got to understand, American Patriot, If people are, there's, big money, big money. Okay. You got to remember big money is looking at daily candles. So when price goes on top of the, like say on a long or a short, when price goes above the daily candle or below the daily candle and they retest it, that's, boom, it's the big money. Now big money is going to be like, hey, we're going that way because we're creating new lows or we're creating new highs. There are daily candles that are being pierced when that happens. That's what you got to remember. It's kind of like these 5-minute lines, these 5-minute moving averages. Again, the whole intent of those being on this chart is to try to draw us into possible opportunities where bigger money is in play. Now, we just busted 2 pivots here. I'd love this thing to come back and hit this 5-minute gold line. We just busted 2 pivots long here in gold to the long side. I would love this thing to run its finger down. It's been doing this so often. So everybody watch just in case it happens. It's been doing this so often. Run its finger down to the 5-minute gold line and then gone. I was hoping it was going to do it here. When this happened, I was hoping it was going to hit the bottom of the box and the 5-minute gold line at the same time, but it did not. Of course not. We might get a 1-minute gold line here, Jim. Right off the mid band. That would be nice. I'll be all in for that too. Might be in for a 1-minute gold line here in gold. Come on, gold. Come on. There we go. All right. We might have woke up the sleeping giant finally. Come on. Start moving. Come on. Backfill this mess. Sorry. Come on, gold. Let's do the big, nasty, long finger. Come on. Do the big, nasty, long finger. Jesus. It's like watching paint dry. Come on. Oh, it's going to go. Are you going to go now? Come on, do the big nasty finger. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm not in. Come on. Because I think they want to test a bigger number, Jim. They either want to test this mid band or they want to test this 5-minute gold line, is my thought. That's just my thought. That's why it's too late for a 1-minute gold line trade. Oh, shit. Shit. Well, they hit the mid band. Damn it. Damn it. Well, they hit that mid band. I really wanted to hit this 5-minute gold line. This trade has been fire lately. That crossover, Jim, where we cross over the red line, come back and hit that 5-minute gold line and gone. That trade has been on fire lately. Has just literally been on fire. That's what I'm waiting for, to get to this 5-minute gold line. But I don't know. Yeah, I know it's past nap time for GC. Well, yeah, it's getting past. It's not quite past it. Fuck. Well, I hope some of you are making money in these equities. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping some of you made some money in these equities because I'm now staring at freaking gold, which isn't doing shit other than stealing money. Excellent. That's the way to do it, Edwin. That is the way to do it. It's a great place to get your green. Let's see here. The overnight open. Yeah, right there. Come on, gold. You can do this. You can do this. Yeah, I know. It's missed it by about a tick or two. I was looking at it, Nanny. Yes. Yes, Rick. To answer your question, yes. I'd only look at it as being support if you're in a trade. I wouldn't be looking for it to return you the kind of return you need for the risk. Does that make sense? Fucking A gold. It doesn't seem to matter what instrument I look at. It just sitting in the mud. All right, the NQ is about ready to hit its prior day low. It's going to get there probably before the ES, which is not good. I wanted them to get there together. Fucking A. Somebody move. Even these candles going to the prior day low in the NQ are like very non-committed. I mean, very non-committed. Something happened to my live stream. Something happened to my live stream. It all went kind of quiet. Come on, NQ. I said this yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today. This seems like freaking July trading. I mean, look at these candles here. This is the NQ. You know, for those of you that are not familiar with the NQ, this is a lion. This is not a bobcat. This is a mountain lion right here. This is a mountain lion, and this mountain lion isn't moving. You know, Trader Joe, I had a premonition this morning. You know, Monday was beautiful. Tuesday was pretty good. Yesterday was Today is like You know what Monday is, don't you? The Sharks may all be sitting on the ski resorts of Aspen and Vail and you know, all the Telluride. that may be where the Sharks are at, my friend. Because Monday is President's Day. I'm glad I made money. Yeah, exactly. President's Day. I'm glad I made money on Monday. This past Monday. Because it's just, again, can I guess which way the market's going to go? Yeah, I can do that. But Jesus, man, it's like, am I going to get a reward for taking the risk? I don't know. How many hours am I going to have to hold on to it to get that reward, even if it does happen? I don't know. I mean, look at this rotation here that didn't. Now, this is interesting because this rotation did not break its low. Everybody see that? This rotation right here did not break its low. So this thing may actually go up north of these lines, and maybe the market will start rotating the other way. I don't know right now. I was hoping that we would crash to here so I would have something to trade. Yeah, it would be a big W, all right. That is definitely a big W, Jim. That is definitely a big freaking W. I would much prefer the W to have been right down here on this line, because that'd be about a $5,000 W right there. And again, it only takes one. Remember, everybody, it only takes one. Oh, you saw my order go in, Clarence? What do you think I do with this other computer? I'm looking at that 5-minute GC, John. I am definitely looking at it. It'll be our first test of that 5-minute gold line since we've crossed over it. So my eyes are glued on it, because that 5-minute GC, that 5-minute gold line in GC has been fire lately. It has literally been fire lately. I'm telling you what, right now, this is getting a little dicey right here. This might actually be a W. God dang, is this really going to go up? Oh my God, it might. Oh my God, it might. Look at that. Holy shit. It broke that pivot to the left. Broke that pivot to the left. Broke this pivot right here. And then it gave up. Jesus. That W, that potential W down here at the prior day low would have been freaking mint. Absolute mint. I just moved to when I feel safe. And Jamie, so you understand, I trade. So let's take a long. If I'm in a long, I trade from the bottom up. So I handle the stop first until I get to a point where, I don't feel risk. And then I take the target and I put it at what I feel the appropriate place is based on what trade we got into. Does that make sense? So I trade from, and by the way, when I say I trade from the bottom up, just like the RTY trade I took on Tuesday, my stop was above the pivot of the swing that I got in. I grabbed my stop and actually put it below, because the point to defend was there. And then when I finished that, then I grabbed my target and I moved it to actually a higher spot, because that's where the target would have been. And the trade went, when it broke those levels that we were fighting through, it went straight to my target, filled, sat there, and then rolled back. How did he know that? I don't know. It's just magic. How did he know that? I don't know. Just magic. It's magic sometimes. Ironically, the trade I took yesterday in the NQ was the exact same trade that I took in the RTY on Tuesday. And it did the same thing. It went hit to that one target I have, rotated back to the 5-minute, to the red line, shot straight up, came back, hit the 5-minute goal line, shot straight up again. And each time it went to the target. And I only took the trade once, but 3 times in a row, just like the RTY, it did exactly the same scenario. And that's why I use the term rinse, wash, repeat, because when the patterns are working, they're the same every day. And they're the same for every instrument. I just pulled up the DAX just a minute ago, which is the German market. They're top 40 corporations, kind of like our Dow. And I showed you the trade that was at 3 o'clock and at 3:45 Eastern Standard Time, and both of them made you, both those trades, thousands of dollars with no heat. So let's just, I'm gonna blow this up for a second, everybody. Okay. For a reason. Let's just do this for now. So remember I said I thought this would get here before the ES? Well, they actually got here together, which is the way I prefer to see it. So the ES is at the prior day low. The NQ is at the prior day low. The problem right now is the NQ seems to just keep going through. Man. Now, like Jim said, maybe we'll get lucky here and get a swing and then a pullback on top of this line and then a swing, like a big W pattern. That's kind of what I would like right now. See, and Jamie, I'm not trading prop firm, so I want the trades that fit my eye, not just, well, I think this is going short, I think this is going long. I mean, I had a very nice Monday, had a decent Tuesday. I made a few bucks yesterday. I really don't give a shit if I make any money today, but I sure don't want to lose any money. You can only lose it once. You can only lose it once. And so, like, see this rebound here in the ES? Why did I not worry about it? Because this one was below the line. If they're not in agreement, then there's no sense in me taking the trade. Man, gold is just dead, Jim. Just dead. You know why it's dead? Because I sat here and prayed that we were going to get that 5-minute gold line trade that we've been seeing routinely lately. That cross over the red line, pull back to the 5-minute gold line, and then wham, off to the races. Yeah, exactly, Clarence. Then you're not in, then your mind is clear and you're not indecisive of where you're trying to go. What should I do with my stop? Blah, 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 blah. Just makes, I don't know. And I don't have a lot of stress on me trading. Financially. Wow, look at gold. Financially, I don't have a lot of stress on me. Because I'm fortunate in the sense that I'm not trying to make a living doing it. You know what I mean? So I can afford to be extremely patient. I don't have to kind of guess. Wow, gold. Look at that. Jesus, look at this. Jim, you seeing this? It went right to the top of the box and back to the bottom of the box again. God dang, that's freaking amazing. That's just amazing. That really is amazing. What a pisser. What a pisser. And what I was looking for, so just to add to this, so what I was looking for when it came up here is I wanted it to come back to the bottom of the box like it is now, so that I could try to take, now that it did the mid band here, I wanted it to do the top of the bottom of the box, because it came inside the box, and then I wanted to take it to here. But the son of a bitch ran there, and then it collapsed straight from there. Just ridiculous. There, the cat's back in. Oh my God. Oh man. Yeah, here it goes again. See that now here's, whoa, something just happened there. What happened with gold? Whew. I don't know. That was ugly. I know, David. I was getting ready to enter a trade, and the damn thing just snapped like a freaking, like a cobra. Where's my ES charts? The ES blended below the, Jesus. There's just some viciousness going on right here in gold. Why can't you act normal once in a while, gold? I was about to enter it, and then all of a sudden it did that because I was away from the desk, and I was like, "What? Holy shit! No! 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 What the hell?" Let me get the ES out of the way for a second here, so I can get my NQ chart in front of me. Today is kind of reminding me of yesterday, just trending. And again, it was in the afternoon that I took some trades, made some money, because the patterns got more rhythmic and smooth, and they started rotating instead of just going down. This 15-minute box is pretty narrow, really. 82 to 89, that's pretty narrow. Like, you don't have much room from the bottom of the box to the mid band. Good job, Edwin. Yes, exactly. Great idea. my guess is probably about 1:00 is when I'll when I'll finally see some kind of rotations and whatnot for me to be trying to make my money, if at all. I do have right now the YM. This is interesting. So let me change this out since this is a shit show. I got the YM crashing to the prior day low, and I got the RTY crashing to the prior day low, all at the same time. So shit. Damn it. Crap. I don't have my strategy in here. Hold on here. I don't have it on this screen. I have it on my other one. Load template, RTY, account, lock, load. All right. So let's see if we can get something here. I might finally have something. I might finally have something. Come on, Art. Come on, YM. Go down more. Quit being a pain in the ass. Now, again, these could set up, either one of these could set up for a wonderful W pattern. Look at the leg on that. Look at the leg on that. That would be stupendous. Both of these have beautiful legs for potential W patterns. This did not get to support yet. Come on. Come on, get to support. Come on, YM. Quit being such a freaking pain in my ass. Go down. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come down. Come down. You need a little more. Need a little more. Need a little more. Trying to hold above 5,000 or 50,000. I'm sorry. It's getting stuck at 50,000. See right there, it's 50,000. That's where the Dow's getting stuck, is at 50,000. That's fine, but we need you to go down here. We need you to go down here first. Come on. Damn it. We need you to come down here first. By the way, this is why I don't trade in July. Yeah, the sharks are on the slopes, man. Absolutely. Hell, you got to be a shark nowadays to afford the ski tickets. Come on. There we go. All right. It's finally going down. Jesus. All right. Finally. All right. So they both have cleared, but at different times. Again, just like the YM, I mean the ES and the NQ did. One's below, the other one's even. Man, I'm telling you, if we can get a W right here, oh my God, this would be a game changer. If we could get a W right here, an absolute game changer, because the distance for the W is ridiculous. It's just, but God dang it, there it goes. Just going down. Just going down. Well, existing home sales missed the mark by a lot. Maybe that's the problem. Existing home sales missed the mark by a lot. You know, what's funny about that is I'm busy. Okay. Like I'm as busy as I've been in maybe forever in my modular business. But I'll give you guys a funny story. I got a house that I don't even have the foundation in the ground yet, but I'm construction closing it tomorrow. Called the factory on Monday or Tuesday, and I said, "Hey, let me know when you're going to put the so-and-so house in production, because I'm construction closing Friday, and I'm putting the footers in the ground next week for the foundation." And I heard, and it was silence on the phone. And then all of a sudden I heard, Bob, and I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, we already built that house. It's sitting in the yard for you to come pick it up." That's because they're holy shit, Jim. Yeah. Holy shit. Look at gold. Something's going on. Hold on. You hit the short on that? Good for you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But at least it woke up. At least gold woke up now. Maybe it'll start moving again. Jesus, it's just crashing. Holy shit. It's just crashing. So I was speaking of gold. I was watching a long-term trader this morning, and he was talking about, have I traded the DAX? I have traded the DAX before, Fish Atlantic. I have. Yes, I have. I have traded the DAX before. The DAX is like trading. I guess it's probably, I would equate it more to like trading gold than trading the NASDAQ. Anyways, this long-term trader was talking about in gold that, and I wish I had a chart in front of me, but that it needs another leg down before it can go back through its highs. It needs another, for in long-term trading terminology. And he even enunciated the day that this stuff would happen. He was saying it's a 10-day leg from the first pullback to the rotation to the second pullback. The second pullback happens traditionally on like the 10th day of the from the first pullback being day one. And then he had a target for gold. I can't remember what it was right now. I'd have to go back and look. And then he said, and then it's a buying opportunity. But the pullback is like 60% of the swing high. Anyways, I just like reading. I just like, hearing that shit. Not that it matters to my trading. Let's go back over here. But see, the DAX moves just like the US market when it's open. So you had a crossover, new low, 5-minute gold line, 5-minute red line, down. 5-minute gold line, down. 1-minute gold line, down. I mean, it's in a sequence. The patterns are the same. That's the DAX right there. Shebang, bam, shebang, bam. New low, 5-minute gold line, not 5-minute red line on the second attempt, down. And then you can say either this one or this one, your 1-minute gold line, either way. So the DAX trades in the same patterns that we talk about in here. Then it's, if you catch some of those swings, the DAX is the DAX is very profitable. Jesus, gold, what are you doing over here? Yeah, gold needs that second leg down. It doesn't need it. The first leg down then rotates up, which we've had that just recently, this rotate up. It needs that second leg down, and that second leg needs to break. It needs to break the first leg's, pivot bottom. Well, yeah, they're trapped. They're trapped because they think it's going to go long. The bigger traders know it's not going long. Not yet. The bigger traders know gold is not going long yet. It's going to pay off my house. I've already paid off my house, Jim, so I don't want to give my money back. I already paid off my house. I do not want to give my money back. I don't want to have to get a loan against my house now to cover my what do you call that? Your Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Excellent. Jim, are you still out of town? Or are you back in California? Oh yeah. Yeah. I had a HELOC for college too. I paid that off. God damn it, like 4 years ago or so. And I paid my house off 2 years ago or a year ago. 2 years ago. You're going to be back in California tomorrow? Okay. Well, you got to remember, Joe, Jim pays more in taxes than all of us because he lives in California. He so he's got to pay dipshit there first. Then he's got to pay Washington. Then he can pay the bank. He's got to pay his buddy Gavin Newsom first. Got to pay old Gavin. Might have a W pattern setting up here, right here. See this? Shit, I don't have enough gap in this. Shit, I don't have enough gap in this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Those guys keep opening up the communist book written by all the great communist nations on new ways to tax people. The best part about government is government always thinks of a new way to tax you, never looks at themselves as the problem. And here's the interesting part. It's just like when they say, oh, we got to raise your property tax rate. Why do you have to raise my property tax rate? You already raised the value of my house 75%. You got to, the way I look at it, you got a 75% raise. Just by that alone. Why does my rate have to go up? Just freaking communism. Well, they don't want independent, self-sufficient people to be in California because those people won't vote for these fucking idiots that are ruining the state. Government is organized crime. It's legalized theft. David, my brother was in California with the Marine Corps for a while, and then he was at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina for a while. And when he got out of the Marine Corps, he was in Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, and that's the whole reason I live here. Because he was like, "Oh, this place is great, Bob. You need to move down here." And I moved down here in like 91, I think it was, and I have never looked back. I escaped communism, which was the Northeast. You know, Bernie Sanders country. Bernie Sanders country. Oh my God. Yes, Satan. Good analogy, Bill. Perfect. Well, I feel very, very, very fortunate that that I moved to North Carolina in 1991. I can 1000% confirm that my quality of life is better because I moved here than if I stayed in the Northeast. 1000%. As a matter of fact, the stress of being up there might have caused me to finish myself off by now. I know nobody wants to hear that, but I'm just saying. It's so just ridiculous up there. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some coffee. See you later, Jim. Ah, yeah. They do that at Camp Lejeune too. The bombing there is amazing. They got an island right off the coast that they literally fly, planes into and freaking bomb and shit. I mean, it's nighttime. It's literally like you're in a war zone in like Morehead City, North Carolina. You could sit out on your back porch and it's literally like watching the fireworks in Disney. Oh yeah. The Gulf Coast of Florida is beautiful, man. I used to go down. I had some good friends that lived in Destin. I used to go down there quite often. Um, it's really nice. It's really nice there. I guess this freaking market's just going to keep trending short, and I'm terrible at taking trend trades. I mean, not trend trades, short trades. We're just not going to get anywhere today. Wow. Let me go over to the. Let me go over here. What is the big deal today? Why is the market down so much? I don't know. Boy, gold is and literally fell off a cliff on this chart right here. Yeah. Bitcoin's down also. Shocker. You know, it's funny, Uber Mike. First time I went to Destin, you know, I had no idea that the white sand was cool. I had no idea. And I'm like, and it was summertime. I'm like, God, guys, it's like fucking 98 degrees out there. What do you mean we're going out to sit on the sand? You know, they're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's great. No, it's not. That's too freaking hot. We get out there. It's like, oh my God, shit. It's like, how the hell did that happen? That was beautiful. That was the best experience of the whole thing, was just how cool that white sand is. Yeah, Jacksonville. Now Jacksonville's nice. I've been there several times for business. All right, well, I'm just gonna shut down and focus on some of my customers I need to catch up with. And if I see something, because the market starts rotating, I might take something later today. All right, I'm going to let everybody go. St. Augustine, beautiful town. I have a great story about St. Augustine. Remind me about it tomorrow, Kevin. Yeah, well, that's true. The reflection of the sun will burn your eyes. See you guys. Talk to you later. Yeah, don't forget St. Augustine. I got a crazy story.